Hello and welcome back to my Digimon World 1 walkthrough. We are now up to part 5. I made a bit of a mistake in the last recording because I thought that was part 5 but it was part 4. In this episode we are going to be doing quite a bit, so it's going to be quite a long episode. It's going to be about 30 minutes long. I've started, you might have noticed I've started doing the voiceovers separately just so that I can tweak them and do them as I like. Rather than doing them while I'm recording, that way things can go wrong. In the last episode we managed to complete the drill tunnel and open up the next part so that we can start to explore more of the world. We also defeated Tyrannomon, but that will come into play next episode because there's quite a bit of recruiting we've got to do during this episode. I'm going to say we're going to recruit 4 Digimon, and 3 of them are quite vital as they upgrade 2 buildings, but I won't spoil it for you because I'm going to go through all of the new recruits in the next episode as well. So the first one, we're going to be going through drill tunnel into the next part that we unlocked during the last episode, which I didn't show you guys because I saved it for this episode. So all I'm doing now is doing the usual walking through drill tunnel, just to the part where we was removing the dirt. And when I recorded this it was ironic because the dirt had returned and I thought, oh shit, I was going to have to do it again, but luckily we didn't. I remember when I first started playing this game, I hated moving that dirt. It pissed me off so much. It was just repetitive and boring. But you know, you have to do it if you want to get further. Greymon's becoming quite powerful, but he's also getting to the, I think it's by the end of this video he's about age 12, 13. There's the dirt, like I said. I thought, oh shit, we're going to have to do it again. But we didn't. As you can see, the cave has now opened up. As you get to here, there's a big boulder in the way. Just talk to Digimon and your Digimon will just push it down and out of the way. This video is actually 30 minutes long, which I wasn't expecting it to be. It's the longest part yet, but that's because there's quite a lot in it. Anyway, back onto Meramon. He's getting rather strong. We're going to be collecting quite a few chips during this episode as well, but we're going to be saving them for the end game for our ultimate Digimon. As you go up here, it's our first battle already and our first recruit. So just wait for it to load. There it is. As we go along, and there's Meramon. Meramon's probably he's not tough, to be honest. He's probably one of the first ones that you could have fought, but because of the way we did things, we've actually defeated people like Tyrannomon already, which is stronger than Meramon in my eyes. So this should be a walk in the park. There we are, use the same techniques, and this does just under 300, ours does just over 400, so that shows the difference. We've already learned the technique Heat Laser, but if you haven't and you've got Greymon, you can actually learn it from fighting Meramon. So if you have any way of using a save state or anything like that, because you're using an emulator like me with a disc, then I recommend doing so. Just because I don't think there's many other Digimon you can learn it off. I'm not too sure. It's not a brilliant move, but if you want the medal for all moves, then you know, yeah, if you're anal like me at trying to be 100% perfectionist, then yeah, you're gonna want it. There we go. Oh no, I think it's the next one that we're killing with. In terms of techniques, I've been looking into it, and basically Greymon can learn 3 techniques, or is it 2? It's 2 or 3 anyway, but he'll only be able to use them if you learn them with a Digimon whose main area, well, main, what's the word for it? Main attribute is because Greymon's is 3rd, which means he's got a 0% chance of learning them from brains or battle. So basically you'd have to get someone like Patamon, whose main attribute is to learn the techniques for Greymon, which I will be doing. I think the next Digimon I raise is going to be Biyomon, because to train him and get an ultimate from Patamon is quite easy. Well, not, I'd say quite easy. It's the easiest one to get, other than Veidmon. But Veidmon's not easy to get either, because you've got to get your discipline higher than what we've got it at now, so that your Digimon reaches age 15 without dying. And he's currently age 11. So we're 4 days away, but I do think our Greymon is going to pass away. Unless we get that discipline higher. So there we are, we've got 2 offense chips. Not bad. Raises 50 each, so we've basically got enough to raise it by 100, but we're not going to do that. So basically, if you could get like 4 of each, yeah, you should be able to raise an ultimate Digimon by feeding D chips to your Digimon. But we're not going to do that because I've not planned for it. I am expecting Greymon to die and raise another Digimon. This, if you have to speak to that Digimon, because if you don't, basically there's a shortcut that opens up that's going to be very beneficial, so just make sure you speak to him before leaving Drill Tunnel. Now that we've defeated Meramon as well, all the lava down here has disappeared, so you can walk around it, and there's quite a few items to collect. Unfortunately my bag's full, so I'm only going to collect the items that I've already got, and I'll come back for the others at a later date. So there's 2 item boxes that not many people know about to the right here, because you blatantly can't see them unless you know about them. So we got our 3rd offense chip, and there's a quick chip as there as well, so we will come back for that as well. But obviously we don't need them as of yet. So we've got 3 offense chips. That's enough for 150 attack increase. And then there's one more screen to the right here with a what are they called? A mini Meramon or something like that? I don't know, I've forgotten the names already. That has another item box, and if you speak to the Demi Meramon, that bit, he buys Meramon cards for 1500 bits. And then here I have a bit of a glitch, because I walk off and then back onto that screen. As you can see, didn't mean to do that. Right, the next part, we're going to be leaving Drill Tunnel. So we have to walk all the way back through, unfortunately, to come out, and you will see something different on the screen that's central to File Island. As you can see, Greymon loves being in Drill Tunnel as well. That's because it's like his sort of atmosphere, hot lava cave sort of area. If I took him to Freeze Land, he'd be seriously pissed off, because he doesn't like the cold. The pile of dirt's still there even though we removed it. In terms of the Digimon that we're going to recruit, Meramon was the first one that we had to fight. 2 others we don't fight, but one of them does damage us, that'll make sense as of when I go through it. And the other one we have to fight 3 times in order to get them to recruit. But don't worry, they're not too hard. Just make sure you've got some small recoveries and medium, not medium, but MP floppies, just so that you can survive. No mushrooms. And if you have a look here now, the boulders that were there have disappeared. That's because Meramon caused an earthquake to remove them. So this is Mount Panorama, which goes on to Gear Savanna, where we're going to be doing our next lot of recruits. Don't want to fight these. I mean, it's good to fight if you've got the time, but for the sake of this video I'm going to try to avoid as many as I can. The only reason I say that is because certain Digivolution stats have bonus conditions, like 30 battles I think is for Metal Greymon. So if I do 30 battles with Metal Greymon, it means that we can actually ignore one of the requirements to Digivolve to Metal Greymon, if I'm right anyway. I think if you meet like 3 as a condition, so if you did bonus condition weight, bonus condition weight, what's the other one? occur mistakes, and then meet a few of the stat requirements rather than all of them, you can actually end up getting Metal Greymon, sorry. But I think your trainer level has to be quite high as well in order for that to happen. I don't think I've gone into trainer level at the moment, but basically the higher it gets, the easier it is to get ultimates, because you don't have to quite get the stats as high. At least that's what I've read into. But not only that, as your trainer level goes up, I think the amount of stat level increases for training, but I'm not too sure. Didn't mean to get into this battle here. I was trying to show you where the shortcut comes through to, but it's alright. We'll show you how Greymon can take on two Digimon in battle. Even one where they're using a water stat technique that's doing quite a bit of damage to us. That's it. I think that's... Is it dark? No, it's not Dark Rising, it's just like a Rising or something. But they're not easy. This is not an easy battle, but it's easy enough. Police have just gone past my house. Been quite busy in terms of that recently. A lot of action over the street. So we've nearly killed the Patamon lookalike. We're about to finish that. And there it is. Now we just need to kill the Elecmon. And there it is. He's dead. Well, like I said, a few SM recoveries and medium MP floppies. We're good to go. And what's this? Does one of them drop something? No, I don't think they have. Oh, we've learned a new technique. We've learned Fire Tower. I wasn't expecting that. To be honest, I think you could learn it from them. So, Digimon technique. We can get rid of Spitfire now, I think, for Fire Tower. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Look there, Fire Tower. It's got better damage and it's quite efficient on MP. So yeah, so we've learned 3 techniques now for Greymon in total, which is quite good. I wouldn't have expected to have learnt that many this early on. And they're all not super powerful, but powerful enough. That is where the shortcut is. Basically, when that Digimon finishes digging, he'll end up coming out here. And there's the nearest toilet. And welcome to the Savanna. Our first recruit is straight up, so just walk straight up. I recommend just making sure you've got a few SM recoveries for this one, because it's a bit snidey. Mushroom. I think first, what day are we on? We're on like day 12, so I'm going to show you something else just before we get into recruiting him. If you go this way, you come to the secret item shop, which is only available from day 1 to day 14, I think it is, of each month, or each year, as some people probably call it. Basically what happens is, at the secret item shop, for this guy here that I'm speaking to, you can buy normal items, but if you ever lose a battle and you lose some items, go back to the secret item shop. There's a chance that you might be able to buy them back, whatever you've lost. And you can also find this guy here who sells cards, and the first time you speak to him, he'll give you a card of us, basically, ourselves, which is the only way of getting that card throughout the entire game. So if you sell it, that's it, you can't get it back. So I recommend not doing that. And then also you can buy individual cards off them, and they'll change. I'm not sure if they change every day or every time they come back, but I know they do change. Anyway, on to the next recruit. So we go straight through here. I didn't mean to get into battle with him, but you know, not all battles are avoidable. Just spilt my brew all over myself, typical, and it's cold, so I will have to make another one after this recording. I'm a brew addict. Greymon can learn that move, what you just saw him using there, where it's like it's a battle technique, but the chances of learning it with Greymon is slim because battle's his second attribute, not his main. Fire is his main, but it's not impossible like air techniques are. The move sets that I've got for Greymon at the moment are quite good because I've got one that confuses, I've got one that paralyzes, and I've got one that turns him into a virus sort of thing. So by letting Greymon use your call, it can paralyze them, you know, stop them attacking us basically, and give us free attacks, which is always good to have. There are moves that don't do anything, which I don't find as good, because basically the one that paralyzes could give you, if you have a fast enough speed, can give you 3 attacks without you being hit, and they can't actually defend against it either. So it's 3 hits that are guaranteed, you know, so it makes a big difference that in a battle, especially against the boss. This is why I said to bring SM recoveries, because you have to speak to him 3 times for him to recruit him, and for each hit he's going to be doing about a third or a quarter of damage of your health. I can't remember what exact it was, but no, do it twice, then use an SM recovery and do it again. That's the way I had to do it, just like I've done there. And then you'll join the city. So that's that one. No battle, just damage, damage and damage. So use an SM recovery. I did manage to get his discipline up here because he refuses to take it. Every time your Digimon refuses to take something, scold him for it. And as you can see, his discipline's gone up for it, which means he'll actually live longer now than what he did before. If we can get that discipline bar up to full, he will definitely evolve into Meramon, and he'll probably live to be 20, 21 years old. Well, I say years, days. But I don't think we're going to be able to get it that high, because basically you can only do that when you just tweet something, and chances of that happening are very, very rare, because when it gets higher you'll accept more rather than refusing it. So yeah. Right, now on to this guy. This guy, as you can tell, is Patamon, and to recruit him you've got to fight the little fecker 3 times. Stubborn little shit. She does use air techniques, but as explained, the ones that Greymon can learn, well, can use, he can't learn. So I'm not going to bother trying to. And like I said, because you've got to fight it 3 times, make sure you've got a few SM recoveries and MP floppies available. So that's the first time. Let's do it again. Okay, I'll agree to it. I'm gonna beat her ass down again. I'm not sure if she gets less and less HP more time every time, but the 3rd time I fought her, she seemed to die rather quick. I mean, she's dying even quicker this time by the looks of it. Because magma bomb, boom, and now we've just got to hit her one more time. She defends this one. Oh no, she don't. I tried to squeeze in a quick MP floppy in there so we had more MP for the next battle, but I failed. And she dropped an MP floppy. So she wants to just do it one more time, so we agree. Repetitive, I know. See, it's even making me go to sleep. So we'll just get Greymon to bitch slap her one more time. Magma Bomb is just such a freaking awesome move for so early on in the game, it's ridiculous. And the fact that you can get a move that's twice as powerful as it just shows how strong your Digimon can end up, but obviously it shows how strong Digimon you can fight can get as well. Keep that in mind. And there he is, that's Greymon defeating Patamon 3 times in a row. One of the requirements, I don't know if I've already said this, but one of the requirements for getting Metal Greymon is 300 brains and 300 speed. So the fact that we've got them quite near that might Might benefit us, might not, you never know. So there's Patamon recruited. Now the next one, which is the final one for this part, is down this screen here, and it is Biyomon. When I first played this game, this one pissed me off so much because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just running around in circles trying to find her. But the trick to it is when you get to this point here, she'll run off again, you'll say maybe we should wait, and that's the trick to it basically. You walk away and walk back to the spot, and then press wait. Might not always happen first time, but if it doesn't, you'll know when it works because your Digimon will run off and run back. So you went to the wrong place there, so you just walk away and walk back, and then wait. This time, watch Meramon, he runs off, we wait here. And then in a couple of seconds, Biyomon will return. And you've trapped her. Gives you a chance to speak to her, and basically we just convince her that we're not the bad guys, we're the good guys, you know, the usual speech. And, well, she joins the city. And there it is. So as mentioned, that is the last recruit, so, you know, if there's only one other thing that we're going to end up doing, which is finding Elecmon, but we don't recruit him, because to recruit him you have to have a prosperity in the city, I think it's of 50. So basically when you open Mount Panorama, Mount Infinity, you, I don't know if I'm talking, I don't know, I think it's Mount Infinity, that is when you can recruit Elecmon, if I'm right. Because a certain part of Drill Tunnel opens up and there's an item that you require in order to recruit Elecmon. But in order to do that you've got to do this next part first, which you can do as soon as you enter Gear Savanna basically. Up there is Trash Mountain and Swamp Lake, but we're not going to be getting into that just yet because I don't want to be going too far up because the Digimon get a lot stronger and basically could probably kill Greymon in 2 hits. So that will be for when we're a bit more prepared. It's not a case of that because they get stronger we need to get stronger, it's more of a case that because they get stronger we need to be more well stocked with small recoveries and MP floppies. Because obviously we can still do the same amount of damage to every Digimon, but if they're doing more to us, we need to be more well equipped to survive, basically. That's why I look at it anyway. When I first played this game it used to be a shitbag and I would not venture past Nature Forest because I was scared to death of dying. And I didn't want my Digimon to die because I wanted Greymon all the time. And ironically I never got Greymon because I didn't train him right. I also never learned the move Magma Bomb and stuff like that, which just makes such a big difference. So in order to trigger Elecmon, you have to be walking north, so that this happens. Because if you come south of the screen, then it doesn't happen, as we've just seen. So there's Elecmon. He comes in to be the big hero, knocks out Wogamon, saves Patamon, which we could have easily done, but you know, leave him to it, sort of thing. He runs off up that screen there to what is technically Leomon's gym. So we go there, follow him. And then just north of here. And there's Elecmon. You talk to him, he talks about his ancestors, etc. and the fact that he's looking for his ancestors' stone. That is the item that you need to get in order to recruit Elecmon, but like I said, we can't do that for a good while yet. There's also a gym here for training attack and speed, but we don't need to do that. So now, all I'm going to do is head back towards the city. Maybe have a few battles on the way, just to get our battle experience up. This guy's not too bad. He has that battle technique that Greymon needs, where he powers up his self. There it is. I think it's like War Cry or something like that. But like I said, in order to learn it, it's going to take a lot more battles because this is second tribute. If you guys don't want to watch the rest of this video, that's fine, because all I'm going to be doing is walking back to the city and waiting for Greymon to go to sleep so I can save it. I'll be having a few battles on the way, raising a bit of money, etc. So, like I said, you don't need to carry on watching, but obviously you might miss something. I can tell you that we do end up getting into another battle with the is it Meramon and the Digimon. It's a battle. It's a three-way battle actually. I end up fighting 3 of them and surviving because Greymon is awesome like that. Here I'm going to fight Eiko Kakatorimon, and the other guy runs off like a little bitch. This guy actually puts up a bit of a fight. He's quite fast, and he has. Again, he has an air technique, but we're not going to learn that. So like I said, he has quite a few air techniques. Kokakatorimon, can't fucking say it. So I might try and fight him a few times when we get our specialist. What I'm going to do and all is when I train our next Digimon, I'll teach you about in training and rookie and all that lot. But then if it happens again after that, I'll just skip it to... I'll just show you the bits that are important, like from in training to rookie, so you know how to get each rookie, and from rookie to champion, so you know how to get that champion. I'll just basically highlight the stats required. But other than that, you won't have to watch the videos of me training, because obviously that can be boring as feck. There's Fire Tower. It's a quick little move. It basically happens instantly and it does about 200 damage. So the only thing you can do against it is defend it. But I've never seen someone avoid it, if that makes sense. Run out of it basically. Have a look around here just to make sure there's no items, because you never know where they're going to spawn. You might notice that Greymon's weight has dropped drastically. That's just because if a Digimon, I found that if a Digimon's in an area where he's really happy, like Greymon was in Drill Tunnel, he doesn't ask to be fed as much, which is weird. So therefore, every time when you're walking around, a Digimon loses weight, and because he's like basically not asking for any food for a good full day, he ends up losing so much weight. It's ridiculous. I mean, we had him at 55 and he dropped all the way to what, we're at 17. So you do need to keep an eye on that. I mean, look at that. We're taking on 3 of them here. The Floramon have an AoE attack. We have heat laser, but it does barely anything. But I can tell you that we do come out of this battle victorious. That Risemon doesn't have as much health as I thought he would have. He only has around 800. And he keeps wiping out the other Floramon on his own, so I'll just leave him to it. He actually attacks one of them with his own move in a minute, intentionally. Not with a heat laser, but with the Fire Tower. I mean, I thought, what the hell is happening there? I didn't know that could happen, to be honest. I knew the AoEs did, because obviously you can't escape them, but he's literally used a move that's for an individual target on the other Floramon. I just found it funny. Oh, there, he managed to interrupt our super move, son of a bitch. So like I said, this game is about just being well equipped for your travels. You know, we've had what, about 7 or 8 battles where our health's gone down below 1,000, but because we've had our MP floppies and SM recoveries, we've survived every one of them just fine. That's Risemon out of action, and we're about to finish off the other one. Boom, there it is. And we got 1,000 bits for that battle, so battles are a good way to make money. And sooner or later we'll be getting that strong that we'll probably be able to one-hit all of them. and Greymon wants to go to sleep, so I'm going to leave it there. In the next episode we're going to go on to the ancient Dino region again. I will also go through the city and our new recruits to explain what each and every one of them does. And I'm not too sure in the next episode whether it will happen, but Greymon's getting quite old now. He's still aged 11, so he'll be 12 by the next episode, so he may be passing away soon. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Keep an eye out for the next part. JC out.